Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today, you may notice, hey, you're not on the Dimension CS37 server, and the answer is, I'm not. I am in the 1.17 20W26A, I believe? Yes, 20W46A. And we are going to be reviewing the new things that are coming out in 1.17. It's gonna be amazing. I wish I could still zoom. Oh, hey, there we go. Using the tree to my advantage. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't get a video in on the the very first 1.17 snapshot, but my logic was, a lot of YouTubers would be covering that instantaneously, and me, who only uploads like once every 1 or 2 weeks, I wouldn't get a chance, right? So I decided, and I was busy as well, so I decided that I would just wait for the next 1.17 snapshot when there were more features to go over, and then we could make a full video. Alright, sound good? You can let me know down in the comments whether you want videos every snapshot or every every other snapshot. All depends. I think it all depends on how much they add per snapshot. Like if it's only a couple changes, I might not cover it and then just wait till the next one so that those two can make up a full video. But anyway, we're gonna be getting into the features of the 20W46A today, and then we're gonna go to the 20W47A, which is the powdered snow and all that. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay. So over there's gonna be. Oh, come on! I keep forgetting I can't zoom. Okay. Anyway, over here's gonna be here's gonna be what we're covering in the 20W47A snapshot. As you can see, there's not really much to cover, so that's why I'm going over this one first. So anyway, I'm gonna be flipping back and forth between the audit log while we're doing this, so just be patient with me. So first of all, they say bundles. Bundles, the texture was different in the first snapshot, but since I'm playing in the new one, they retextured a couple things, so this is the new look, and I really like the new one better. They also added a GUI for it, so you can see what's in the bundle. I really hope that they'll eventually do this with shulker boxes as well, because it's a pain just having to see, like, just a list of stuff that's inside a shulker box that's incomplete, and this bundle, shows us exactly what's in it itself. So, yeah, hopefully Mojang hears us all and adds a GUI for the shulker box. Anyway, so the bundle is used for gathering multiple different items into one bundle, or one stack, because a bundle only holds one stack of items, so it's basically useless if you just put one stack of items into the bundle. That is pointless. That is basically the equivalent of just having that one stack. It's way too much work to just put it in a bundle. So what this is good for is it's good for taking in multiple different amounts of items, and then just putting them all in one space, all into one stack. So it's basically combining stacks, is what it is. That's not good. Okay, yeah, so it can hold up to 64 items, although it will do the math on, like, different stackable items, such as armor that's non-stackable, right? That will equal to 64 items when it's placed in a bundle, and then 8 ender pearls, since they stack into 16, that'll count as 32 items. So it does the math for you. It won't let you cheat and cheat the stacks, but yeah, as you can see, the bundle only picks up one armor piece. But anyway, that's pretty much all the bundle does. It's pretty good when it's early game, although hard to craft early game because you need rabbit hide, which is so annoying to get. You need specific biomes to find those in. But then it's pretty useful early game, and although it's really pointless later game in the end game, because you have shulker boxes, and shulker boxes are way better than bundles are. Yeah, this is annoying. I didn't think this through over here. But we're gonna be getting to this next anyway, so. Okay. So that's pretty much all we have for the bundle. So now we are moving on to candles. Now, candles can be lit with flint and steel and put out with water bucket. They can also be lit and put out using a dispenser. These are all the different color candles, and these are all of them displayed. Now, they changed the texture of these two in the newest snapshot, and I really like this new texture because it just gives it more of a 3D feel to it. So yeah, we currently have 17 different colors of candles, including the normal candle, the uncolored candle. If you disclude that, it's 16, which is the amount of colors they have in Minecraft. But here on the ground, we can see that we're lighting these with flint and steel, and they look pretty cool. Now, a little Easter egg that they added into the game was now that you can put candles on cake. Now, sadly, you can only put one. Candle per cake, but it can be any color candle. And now, also, you can't stack different colored candles. They have to all be the same in order to stack, which is a shame. But considering although it makes sense though. Now, if you see here, this candle's light level is currently 15. Oh wait, no, 12 on the block. Okay. Anyway, so if you subtract candles, okay, if it's one candle, gives off a light level of, okay, hold on, we have to make it nighttime, but anyway, when there's one candle in a group, it gives off a light level of 3, and then when there's 2, it's 6, when it's 3, it's 9, and then when it's 4 candles, it's 12. Which I think is pretty cool. It's, I think, very thoughtful of them that they can, the light level increases the more candles you put on a spot. So anyway, you can put these candles out using water, and they can also be waterlogged, as you can see. So basically you can place them underwater. However, you won't be able to light them underwater. The only time you can light a candle underwater is when you waterlog a cave. I need to do that. Okay. Oh, right. So, since cakes can't be waterlogged underwater, you can light a candle underwater when it's on a cake. Yeah. That's weird. You can't see it from on top of the water. That's really interesting. Okay. So, yeah, and then a dispenser can both ignite and reignite a candle. Ignite and put out a candle. Okay. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway. Yep, there we go. It lit the candle, and now, and now we put out the candle. No. Right. There we go. Yeah, it makes a mess, but when you're doing redstone, though, you can put in like a repeated signal so that it takes the water away again. Stupid clusters keep growing. Okay. Anyway, I think that's about it for the candles. On to the next feature. Cauldron. As of in the first 1.17 snapshot, you could add lava to cauldrons. This burns the player, and it also burns items that are thrown into the cauldron. And it also gives off light, and it's also movable, if you never knew that. I think cauldrons have been movable, but there hasn't really been much use for this feature. Need my lever again. Yeah. So yeah, movable. And there's also one more thing. It gives off a signal strength of, I believe, 1. But we'll see in a sec. Yep, signal strength 1. And then water cauldrons give off a signal strength of 3, as you can see there. So that could be used for some redstone-y things, like if you swap out a different cauldron, like a lava cauldron or a water cauldron, you can control the signal output, which could be pretty useful. Now on to copper. Copper you can find in veins very similar to iron. I believe it's also almost the same rarity as iron. But they said that this was subject to change. So the rarity could be increased or decreased, or their vein style could be different. Like they could kind of make it sort of like a ore vein in real life, where it's kind of like a big strip. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. I really can't wait for the bigger cave generation when they come out with that, because that is just going to be very, very, very exciting to explore. Like, we can make, like, underground cities and stuff. So anyway, copper can be crafted. It used to take 9 copper ingots in order to craft 1 block of iron, but they decreased this to only 4 to craft a copper block. So much less expensive now. But since copper is about the same rarity as iron, I think that they should up the rarity or up the vein size because copper is a very expensive block and you need a whole ton of it to make a building. Anyway, moving on to the amethyst geodes. Now, this is the amethyst block that you can find in the geode, which is the main block, and then there's the budding amethyst block that these clusters grow out of. You can see over here that they're already growing out of here, and they have several different stages as well. There's a medium amethyst bud, a small amethyst bud. That's also a medium amethyst bud. We also have a large amethyst bud, and then the amethyst cluster. Now, the amethyst clusters are the ones that you can farm. You can break it with a fortune pick to get a maximum of 16, I believe. It's either 14 or 16. I think it's 16. 16 of those shards. 16 amethyst shards, and then you can use the shards to craft tinted glass, which we'll get into after this, and the spyglass, and you can also craft these amethyst blocks. Now if we head on into spectator mode, we can see down here that the rarity of these crystals varies, and then there's also different sizes of these crystals as well. This one looks like this one's definitely a large one. We can see over there is this like a small one there, and this one also small. This one over here looks medium size. So yeah, the largeness of them vary, and they're pretty common to find. See, look, there's one over there. You can see another one there. So overall, pretty common. Now these crystals actually give off light, which I think is a really cool feature. And once they give these open caves and stuff, they'll be really cool to find. So if we head on into creative mode, and we take a look at this, we have the outer ring around it, we have tuff, and we have calcite, and then we have the blocks of amethyst in the middle here, and then we see that these amethyst buds are growing on budding amethyst blocks. Now these budding amethyst blocks, you cannot move them, you cannot break them with silk touch. They are immovable blocks, and when you try and move them or break them, they just they don't drop anything. They just break, and you can't get it back. So I highly advise not to do that. But what you can do to make farms is remove all the other blocks around it, and then make some sort of either clock circuit to push them with pistons, so that they drop into hoppers, or you can make an observer clock system to track the growth rates, but this system isn't really reliable because sometimes an amethyst grows too quickly, in like 2 times in one tick, and then the observer doesn't detect the second growth stage, and then it breaks the entire clock. But yeah, so yeah, okay, anyway, we're going to give ourselves a pickaxe. Now these blocks can be broken with iron or higher, and you can hear that when you walk around on these crystals. You can hear faintly the tingling sound, and it also makes this sound when you break it and when you place it. So they're like pretty musical blocks. So anyway, if we enchant this pickaxe with Fortune 3, and then we get another pickaxe with Silk Touch. Whoa, wait. Whoops. If we enchant this with Silk Touch, and we hop on into survival mode, then we can find, okay, that when we break this fully grown amethyst cluster, we get, oh, this is the maximum. You can get a maximum of 16 amethyst shards with Fortune 3. They drop 4 without anything, without any fortune enchantment, so you get 3 extra shard chance per stage of fortune. So if you have like Fortune 1, you can get 7. With Fortune 2, you can... No, that's not right. 4 per stage. Fortune 1, 8. Fortune 2, 12. Fortune 3, 16. So yes, 16 is the maximum. Now these little buds, these can be silk touched at any stage in their growth, and then they can be placed on any type of block, but they can only grow on this budding amethyst block. So if you silk touch it at a certain stage and then place it down off of a budding amethyst block, it will stay that stage. Okay. You can silk touch any stage of it, including the cluster. So you can the small, medium, large, and then the cluster. And then these blocks, you don't need silk touch. You can just collect them with a normal pickaxe, but it has to be, I think, for these ones, I think it's stone pickaxe and higher, but then these, it's iron and higher. You don't need silk touch for these blocks here, but you do need silk touch for the crystals. Anyway, if we hop back into spectator mode and head on out of here, let's move on to the next block. Which I believe is, I don't know. Aha, the lightning rod. This lightning rod you can craft with 3 copper ingots, put in a crafting table like this, in a rod-like position, and you can see that it's pretty tiny. Now, in the first snapshot, the range around it was 64 blocks. No. It was 16 by 16, which is, yeah, a chunk, like, I believe, just one chunk around. So then they said they doubled it in the new snapshot, so then it'll be like this much or area around it. So that's pretty cool. So it can protect a pretty decent area before, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. Okay. And then when lightning hits a lightning rod, it actually gives off a redstone signal, and it's a full 15 length redstone signal as well. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we get a note block. And then if we strike this lightning rod, summon a lightning bolt. Hold on. If we just look directly at this. Yes, there we go. So if we... well, that went a bit too fast, honestly. Yes, as you can see, there's a note coming out of the notebook, so it gives a full strength signal when it's hit by lightning. And I think that's about all you need to know about the spyglass. Now moving, spyglass, the lightning rod. Now we're moving on to the spyglass. So in the previous snapshot, the thing around it was the scope around it. When you're looking through it was circular, and everyone was saying, okay, this is not really Minecrafty enough, and Mojang listened and made it a square. And also, if you press F1 when you're in Java mode, Java Edition, jeez, my words, okay. When you're in Java Edition, you can press F1 and then it gets rid of this shape around it, so then it's basically just Optifine zoom, pretty much. But then this is really handy for Bedrock players, since they don't have Optifine. Now they can't get rid of this thing, this square thing, because of course they don't have the keybinds. However, they can still zoom in finally. I think they've been waiting for this for a really long time, and they'll finally get what they want. Okay, anyway, moving on to tinted glass. Now, tinted glass is crafted out of one. Okay, I think if I It's one glass surrounded by 4 amethyst shards. Now this is pretty expensive, if you ask me. Oh, I just got that backwards. Zombie. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty expensive considering one amethyst cluster. If you don't mine it with fortune, you just get 2 tinted glass. But if you do have fortune and you get the maximum, which is 16, then you can get 8 tinted glass. But this is still really expensive, and people are gonna be using this a lot with mob farms and things, because of the fact that they don't let light through. So you can check on your mob farms without having to like actually go in and risk yourself to danger. You can just look through the window and you won't have to worry about the rates going down. And also this will actually fix this thing that people do. So people put like this big giant slab of blocks on top of their creeper farms or mob farms and stuff to block the light. Now they're only gonna need to put tinted glass or on either on the top or all around their mob farm, and then it's all good to go. So although I think this is encasing it in tinted glass is way more expensive than just covering it in slabs, I think it's still a good alternative once you're in like the end game and you have a bunch of different farms. But as you can see, when you encase something in tinted glass, such as myself, no light is left through. You can see that my light, if I do function F3, or F3, you can see my light level is 0. 0 in here. Client light, 0, sky, 0 blocks. So no light is getting through whatsoever. This can be a really cool feature. Although the only thing is, I believe I saw other people found that this block, unlike normal glass, mobs can spawn on top of it, so it's not spawn proof, which I think is really annoying. I think they should have made this block spawn proof just like normal glass is. It's a shame, but I think Mojang might listen if we just tell them. So yeah, Mojang, if you're out there watching, please make this block spawn proof. It would be really cool, since it doesn't let light through, and it's basically glass. Anyway, on to the next feature, is the shulker, hitting shulker bullet, duplicating shulker. So if we come in and get a shulker, summon shulker, and get the command ready, then if we spawn this shulker over here, right? Okay, and then we summon a shulker. Hold on, I think I might need to do this. And there's more of a chance of it duplicating it when its shell is open. I think its shell has to be open. How am I gonna do this? Survival mode. So I'm gonna set my spawn point. Okay. So now if we do / game mode survival, and we gotta get this guy to hit me. Flip. Yes, please. Please? Can you please duplicate? Oh, wait, no. No, he just teleported. Okay. Slash. Okay. Give us a regeneration. True. Oh. I think it's true. There we go. We also want resistance. Resistance 1000. True. And then if we go back to survival mode, and we make this shulker bullet hit him, come on. This is not working. This is not working. Okay. Come on. Why won't this work? These guys have to duplicate somewhere. What is this? Oh, this is my chest. Yeah, I found this chest in a spawner and had a notch out on it, which is... Okay, come on. We have to be able to do this. Come on. We're gonna go a bit away, because it's more common to happen if there's no shulkers nearby. So in the end, it's much less likely than if you're in the overworld and you used to have, like... What am I doing? I'm being such an idiot. Sword. Okay, and then if we summon a snow golem. That didn't work. How about we summon him like on top of here? How about we summon a bunch? And then if that guy shoots at that guy, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. How are we gonna get them to do this? This isn't working at all. Come on, we have to get a shulker to hit himself, or hit another shulker. Oh my goodness. It's so noisy in the house. Sorry, I apologize guys for the noise. This isn't working. This is not working. Sticky keys now. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot show you guys this. It's not working. Okay, Anyway, moving on to something else. I'm sure you can find another person's video about this shulker thing. Anyway, moving on. Waterlogged rails. This one I'm just gonna go through pretty quickly. You can put rails underwater and it will work now. So this has been a feature in Bedrock Edition for quite a while, but it hasn't been added to Java yet, and now it has. So minecarts are a bit slower underwater, and you still take drowning damage, but overall I think it's pretty cool and useful, and I think it can be used for a couple different mob farms, possibly Guardian farms. It could make those a bit easier. The minecarts could like drop them off at a killing chamber for you or something along those lines. But anyway, moving on to the features of this specific snapshot, we have powdered snow. This one's a big one. So if we come over here and we get on some, we grab ourselves some stuff. So first off, cauldrons. The cauldron is what you use to capture the powdered snow in the first place. When it snows, you have a chance, small chance, to fill this up with snow, weather, rain. So we'll let that run for a bit. Maybe expand this square of cauldrons. And we'll come back to this later and see how much snow we've collected. But anyway, when the powdered snow's in a cauldron, I believe when it's full, it gives off a signal strength of 3, which I think is 3, which is the same as water. And then you can place the powdered snow down and then pick it back up again with a bucket. And then both entities and mobs and players, all entities can fall through. Even falling snow and gravel and falling gravel and sand, that can fall through there too. Man, I'm stumbling on my words today. Okay, but it has to be falling. Yep, there it is. Bam. Okay. And then when you're wearing leather boots, you can walk on top without falling in, which I think is pretty cool, because it gives leather good use now. I like when they give old items a new use in snapshots, because it just makes us feel that Mojang is watching out for us, and they're making sure that everything is put to good use in this game. Now, if we put on our other armor, well, no, first of all, if we take off our armor and we stand in the powdered snow, we will get the freezing effect. Slowly, the edges of your screen will freeze up, in quotation marks, and then your hearts will turn icy and you will slowly start taking freezing damage. It's half a heart for each time, and then when you stick on some leather armor, I believe it slows down the freezing effects. So let's hop out of here real quick. And you can also like climb this block as scaffolding, which I think is really cool. So a new scaffolding block, that's pretty deadly. Okay, so if we put on our leather armor, this, I believe, slows down the freezing effect by a little bit. It's not too much, but it could save you if you're in a big pocket of it, like a trap, and you need to get out in time. See, I think I'm taking damage less frequently. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's about the same. I don't think there's too much difference, but you also slow down when you have the freezing effect. Yeah, you slow down when you're frozen, which totally makes sense. It makes 100% sense. That's not sarcasm, by the way. It does make sense when you slow down. Anyway, I think that's all. I believe that's all I have to show you in this snapshot. There wasn't too. I covered it in 40 minutes, which I think is pretty good time. Just let me know down in the comments if I missed anything that you want me to show. Yeah, look, we have some powdered snow in these cauldrons. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you had a fantastic day, and hopefully your day has improved after watching this video if you haven't seen any of the other snapshot videos on this update. But guys, this is gonna be such an exciting update when it finally releases, and I just hope that Mojang can finish this up soon. And Mojang, if you're seeing this, thank you so much for being so great and adding all these nice new features for us all to use. And anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, and see you next time.